Welcome back, everybody, to another conversation for the end of the world. I am your host, Brock Teal, and today we have the creator, the voice, the mind behind Chug Jug with You, Levi. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Tired.
I bet, especially as I'm sure all your stuff is blowing up.
Yeah, well, I'm not getting too much in regards to, podcasts and stuff, but a lot's expected from me, so I'm a little mentally tired from all that.
Oh, I can imagine. Now, how does it feel to have to be such an icon, even though the song's like 3 years old, 2 years old?
No, I don't know.
What is that like?
It's weird. I wasn't recognized for the stuff I did until recently when I did an interview with the Tab, and now people sort of recognize the face and the name, and that's new for me. Seeing people recognize me in like comment sections and stuff. But before then, I didn't really get, too much recognition for the stuff I was making. It was just like me and the song were separated in that kind of way. So I'm only sort of just now getting that sort of like recognition. So I'm sort of becoming an icon in a way. And it's weird. I'm not used to it yet, but I'm going to have to. I want to make more stuff so I can kind of get my name out there, but I'm not there yet.
I mean, because ironically, like, I think we talked about a week apart from today, so maybe about a week ago is when I first contacted you, and your other song, Fortnite's Trash, has actually started blowing up within that time. So yeah. I mean, we're into the first week of a twofer.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. I don't think it's gotten too many views. It's I think it was at like maybe 1.9. Now it's at 2. No, 1.8. I think. Now it's at 2 million views. So I think people are discovering the other ones. They saw the first one and then they went to my page, and I know the third one's getting some traction as well from people.
Oh, the third one's my favorite. That's my favorite. That was so good.
I don't like the third one very much. That one was made sort of like a. So the first one that I made, it was a joke with friends. I was inspired to make it, so I made it. So there's a lot of sort of like interest in making that. Same with the second one. I had a lot of inspiration for that. Third one, I only made because I was like, well, I should make a new song. And so I did. And that's why I'm not a huge fan of it, is because I feel like it was a little forced. But people seem to like it. People seem to enjoy it.
Well, I don't think they're like, oh, this is just a third song. So they're coming off of the rationale that this is just you making a third song. It's they don't feel the same kind of like, oh, it was forced, oh, he wasn't trying. I mean, and it's objectively a good song, so I mean, why not like it?
I don't know, it depends, I guess. On the viewpoint, like, I'm gonna look at it differently because I made it. So
yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, every single one of them's like a banger, but you as the artist maybe like, it's like, I could have tried harder.
Yeah, well, that's how I feel for a few of them. The second one is, I feel like a lot of the songs, they've got good like opening lines, and then they sort of get worse as they go on.
So the second verse for Chug Jug, like, it kind of fell off for me until you had like that high squeaky voice. I was like, he saved it. There we go.
Yeah.
Like when the kid singing the song had like this high pitchy like fuck up on the tone, I was like, nope, that saved the whole song. That's it right there. He banged it.
Yeah, well, I wanted to keep doing that because I was trying to make it bad, right? Like, that was sort of the purpose of it, which is why I think it's so funny that people think the singing is good, because it wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be bad. That was sort of the whole goal. So I'd be singing, I'd try and get like as many like different voice cracks as I could to sort of keep you like wondering, like, like, is he trying to sing? Is he not? Because there's like a balance, right? Like, there's some lines that are perfectly said, and some where it instantly goes into like a really high pitched like cracking noise. I don't know where I'm going with that. It's funny. I think it's
it's all around funny. Like, it's just objectively hilarious. So what really? So I know you've got some YouTube recognition. Like, I see like all the comments is like, gamer guys, we found him. We found the Messiah. And then Instagram's doing decently. Do you have a TikTok, or are you just like, because that's where it's blown up. So like, you not having a TikTok would be a huge waste.
Yeah, no, I do have a TikTok. I've only posted one video, and it has like 20,000 likes, I think. I have a younger account because when I first made it, there was no issue with making your age younger. Now there is. So I don't know if I can go into For You pages. I don't know if I could get big from that. But just from people like discovering it from seeing people like tag me and stuff, I think I have like 22,000 followers just from that one video, which isn't too bad. Like that's a pretty good amount just from posting one thing.
Yeah. Honestly, I would just do like I wouldn't say fake, but just like, hey guys, this is how I made this. This is the melody, and this is how I got my voice, and like just run stuff like that, because like people love, like, this is something I've noticed. Unless you're playing movies, like you're playing scenes from movies, they don't like the videos as much as, because it's got to be your face. Like your face has got to be in it. So if you threw your face as like, hey, I'm Leviathan, the creator of Chug Jug, how y'all guys did, just like do like the my name, my age, my favorite color kind of thing, and you'll blow up.
Yeah, well, I did that. I did an interview with a tab. That's the one I mentioned before, because it got like, I don't know, like 1.3 million likes or something. It was last time I checked.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is like, hey, you know, I'm Leviathan. This is the voice. This is me, like, bringing my voice up high. Look at this. I made the song, like, and yeah, that got a lot of traction, and I kind of did the same thing without the voice on my page, but that didn't get any likes. So I think, or it got like 30,000 or something. But I don't think I can be discovered. I don't think I can show up on people's pages because it's a young account, and I don't want to make a new one because I've already sort of gained that like traction. I'm kind of like the popularity is still there, but it's kind of going down because, you know, it happened.
You literally have a week. Like, especially with the new song coming up, like you literally have like another week. Like next Friday, no one will like be like, Leviathan. Yeah, I think I remember that. It was like a year ago, right? It's like, no, it was a week ago.
Yeah.
Like you gotta grab it. You gotta.
That's the thing though, is this happened 3 years ago, which is weird. Like it blew up 3 years ago. It's blowing up again. So I think in maybe 3 years we'll see something happen.
You'll be good another 3 years, exactly.
Yeah, I've got sort of like a reoccurring date.
Yeah, we're gonna go on Google Trends and Chug Jug. It's gonna be like 3 years ago now, and 3 years from now, it's gonna just shoot through the roof again. So, what was your process making Chug Jug? Because cover parody songs are not that. They're kind of a niche. Like you've got maybe Weird Al Yankovic, maybe some Lonely Island, the SNL song team. What really inspired you to do that? Because it's like I said, it's a very niche genre.
Mm-hmm. There were a lot of people and a lot of like songs that inspired me, because there's always stuff like there were Minecraft parodies that you'd see of people, you know, like same stuff like high voice kid singing, but not good singing. Like it would always be bad singing. CM Skits made a video of him dancing in front of a green screen. A guy named CM Skits, that's not his name, but it's his username. And it's playing American Boy in the background. And he's like kind of like cracking his voice like this, and he's going, "Take me to your Xbox." And it's just those 5 lines in that video, just the chorus. And I watched that and I was like, that's really funny. And I think, I can't remember exactly what happened because it was 3 years ago, but I was just in a call with my friends. I thought it was really funny. People knew about it. Like everybody knew about it. So I opened Rhyme Zone and I opened Audacity, and Rhyme Zone's like a rhyming website where you just type in whatever word you want to rhyme with, and it shows you different rhymes. And, you know, I opened like the Fortnite wiki or whatever, and I just started writing, just like tried to copy that sort of same style, and made like a billion more lines. And I recorded that, and there was confidence in my voice because people are wondering like, how is he so confident, you know? I wasn't expecting it to go anywhere. I wasn't expecting it to go up on YouTube. It was just something I was doing with my friends. So I was just having a lot of fun with it. I was just doing whatever because I wasn't trying to make it to get big. And yeah, it was pretty simple because it was just like, you know, people like, yeah, CM Skits. Danny P is one kid that made like a Fortnite parody that got really popular, but people disliked him. People hate him still because it wasn't good. Objectively, it was not good. And I want to sort of like flip that over and make something good instead of making something bad, but still with those bad elements. And I think that worked. That formula might have worked, maybe. Who knows? It worked twice.
Definitely.
So...
From the aspect of like a child, like, because everybody thinks you're like 8 years old or something, like this musical prodigy. But like, I mean, it's objectively good because it's bad, because kids are supposed to suck at singing.
Yeah, well, that's what I heard a lot, like, and people recognizing that it's a character is really cool. I had Shmoyoho, who's someone that I watch. I've been watching them for, I don't know, they made a video like 10 years ago that I watched and I recognized. So, you know, I've been watching them for a really long time. And they do these like songify videos of different presidents singing different songs. And he's making
love it
of Joe Biden singing Chug Jug With You. And he emailed me. And he said in that email, like, you know, I'm a newfound fan of yours, which was crazy because, again, I've been looking up to this guy for years. Like,
oh, yeah, absolutely. Like,
and he said, you know, I'm a fan of yours. I love the character. Like, I love the character that you're doing. I think it's genius, you know. And I think that was the first time I was sort of recognized for, like, what I was actually doing, not as, you know, 8-year-old with good singing voice, but as, like, you know, as Leviathan, as the guy that, like, you know, created this character. And it was weird to me. It was weird to be recognized, you know, as that and not as, again, like an 8-year-old kid.
So when was this? Was this like a couple of weeks ago, a year or two?
Today.
Like when did... Oh, wow. So just today, Shmoyoho. Like, because I love their stuff. Like,
yeah,
I listen to their, like, presidential song, like, debate songs, like, continuously.
Yeah, this happened like a few hours ago, and it's crazy because I love their stuff. You've got breaking news. If you're watching this, this is new stuff. You haven't heard this before.
I know.
This is like top tier.
And my internet's garbage, so I'm probably gonna have to go over to a neighbor, just be like, "Yo, I'm downloading this call to edit this video tonight. I gotta release it tomorrow." I usually wait a week, and I was like, oh shit, because it's going to be over in a week and nobody's going to care about Chug Jug. But then the other song released, I'm like, hey, I may have some breathing room, but now I got to get the news out for Shmoyoho before everybody else does.
Yeah, well, I gotta get some more news out on this. Gotta bring this stuff up. Person that made very, very popular Minecraft parody wants to make one with me. I'm going to do that. Wait for it. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? This is breaking news. You gotta get this out fast. You gotta hop on the trend. Who knows? I'm gonna make a song with Justin Bieber. That's true.
Justin Bieber.
You'll see. You'll see. You're laughing now. Just you wait.
No, I mean, because like you have more of a career right now than he does. In like all honesty, like he has fallen off the board.
Well, I mean, I think he's made a few songs recently, but I think a lot of artists are trying too hard to appeal to like TikTok.
Oh yeah, no. Like I'm just waiting for Will. I'm just waiting for Will Smith to be like, "Hey guys, I got a TikTok." Like I think Jack Black is the only celebrity I approve on being on TikTok.
I like his. Have you seen his new TikTok? His Five Nights at Freddy's one?
I have not.
It's good. He talks about the trailer. I can't remember what he says. I think he's just like, I think he looks at the camera and goes, "Have you seen the new Five Nights at Freddy's trailer?" And that's the whole thing. And that is genius. That is genius. He has figured out the formula. If he mentions Five Nights at Freddy's, skyrocket. Bigger than me. It's impressive.
Well, he's also Jack Black. He's also Jack Black.
Well, only Jack Black would know the formula.
Right. Like, he probably has it, like, written down in a glass bottle, like the Krabby Patty secret formula. He's just like, I got it from TikTok.
I have it. The Krabby Patty. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it, no. I can't. I can't do impressions. No. It's a bad idea. If I do an impression on a podcast,
that was
my
hysterical.
No.
That was hysterical. Oh, yeah, because me and my 30 viewers are going to be so upset at you.
They will be. They will be. If I did the SpongeBob laugh right now, they'd be pissed. They'd be mad. They'd be upset. I can't do it.
Oh, my God.
Gotta be a
So,
secret.
or do you do any kind of voice acting? Because you sound like, especially with how natural the 8-year-old voice is, and how decent that Plankton impersonation. Like, have you considered voice acting? Because again, that could be an avenue.
I used to do voice acting. I used to do voice acting on Fiverr. I would do very simple stuff. Surprisingly, thinking about it now, it makes sense that I could do that voice because the stuff that I do would be like child characters. So I'd be, 13 or whatever, like bringing my voice up to sound like this, which then sounded like up here. So it makes sense. I never thought about it that way. I was doing those sort of like kid characters. That's probably why I can do it so well. But yeah, I want to get back into voice acting. I don't really have the opportunity right now, but I'd like to.
Yeah, you do. You do right now. You have that opportunity right now.
Well, it's harder to do. Like, I want to do physical voice acting. I don't want to do everything online. I'd rather go out to a studio and work on stuff, but I could. I'll try.
Yeah, that's
I'll
just
set
because.
Up a thing.
Yeah, that's just because you want to walk into a studio and like be there. But like every major voice actor I see on TikTok is like, "Hey guys, I'm so big, I just voice act from my house." Like, so you don't want to be there, but being there means that you're there.
Well, they've got like the setup.
Yeah.
Like they got like the really good condenser mics and the soundproofing. This is just like a USB mic, so I don't know how useful this would be for the bigger stuff.
Dude, I'd be better than this.
Maybe. I could switch over to this. I'm gonna start using this mic, this thing, for every interview I do. But I'll have this in front of me, so it seems like the quality's supposed to be better.
Yeah, no.
And they're just instantly
right
disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hold that up to your mouth.
Absolutely.
It's placebo.
The placebo effect. They'll think that because that's the weird thing with at least like my podcast. Like it's okay if the guest doesn't have that good quality. I've kind of noticed, but the host, like you have to be like 4K, $50,000 microphone setup, soundboards, a Jamie in the background, or your garbage. And I'm just like, I'm not there yet. I'll be.
I should be interviewing you.
Yeah,
I should be on your end.
You should. Yeah, please put me on your YouTube channel with like your 50,000 subs, 60,000 subs. I would love that actually.
I'm gonna make a podcast and you'll be my only guest. You'll be the Jamie.
Yes.
I'll call your name and you can use your little laptop
Jamie
in the background.
Yes, absolutely. What's the first question? I gotta be able to look stuff up for you.
Where'd you buy those glasses?
Walmart.
Walmart?
So sad.
The little vision sensor?
No.
Oh my gosh.
It's so sad. No, that's I think that's the other pair. I think these are just a Denny Vision, but let's get off of that because that is a horrible conversation.
Well, you know what? You asked me, buddy. This is my podcast, not yours. I own this place now.
Yes.
You see this? This is the good mic.
Yes.
You see that?
Yeah, it is the good mic.
That's this.
It's the placebo effect, though. You're interviewing me.
Fine. Flip it around. It's fine.
Oh, man. That's a riot. So you've got Chug Jug, you've got Fortnite's Lame, and I can't remember the third one. It's like Wall
Dynamo.
Wall Dynamo. That's the country road, take me home. Like, again, fantastic. How do you do these rhyming websites? Is that how the whole process is? Or like, because take me through the entire process.
So usually I'll open like a notepad or a Google Doc. I used to use Notepad because that's all I had. But now, I open up a Google Doc, open up Audacity, play the instrumental. I'll just have it running in the background while I'm writing. And you just start writing. Like you write whatever flows well. And once you find one word, you can just rhyme zone to find the next. And if something works well, then it just sort of comes to you. And you can keep writing. And I did that recently. I was trying to write another song. And it didn't go well. Because I got some good lyrics down. And it was supposed to be a diss track on Epic Games. And I can't do that now because the co-founder of Epic Games, it was Mark Levy, I think, tweeted out the Polygon article that I was in and said, well done. And now,
oh no,
if I was to make a diss track on them, I would feel so bad. And also, I don't want to cut any ties. Because if Epic wants to reach out to me and they want to put my stuff in the game, think about it.
Oh my god, dude.
I put out a cinematic remix of Chug Jug with You. They've got that whole Marvel thing going on. Think
Sky's the
about
limit.
it. Think about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I couldn't even imagine like what would that even be like for you? Like, well, like where, like first of all, where's like your? I'm not asking like your city or whatever, but like, are you Georgia, Texas, California? Where are you at?
I live in Ontario. I live in Canada.
Oh, you're in Canada. Wow. Okay, so that's CTE. That's still the CTE time zone, I believe.
That's Eastern.
Eastern. Okay, so you're in like New York time.
Yeah.
That's man. That if I couldn't even imagine if like Fortnite contacted you, that would be so epic. Because they're having their own little issue now with Android and Apple, how they've got their little payment issues with them on the App Store.
That's what the diss track was going to be about. It was going to be really. No. I was gonna. Well, that's another thing is I thought it would be funny, maybe, to just throw some allegations in there, just as a little joke.
Do it. Fucking do it.
I would get sued.
I'm telling you.
I would get sued.
No.
But it would be funny. It would be funny. There's nothing funnier than allegations. It would be better
if you got sued. It would be better if you got sued. Absolutely. No bad news is...
Who cares if it destroys my family? I would get media attention, and that's all that matters. Yes. That is all that matters.
That's literally all that matters. Literally all that matters. Dude, can't even tell you. So... What are you trying to do? Like, are you in a, like, because, again, like, you look fairly, like, young. Are you, like 16, 17, 18?
18? I'm 15, but I keep guessing 15. High. Yeah, no, it's the voice.
You're 21. Absolutely the voice. So, especially someone so young, especially someone that fits a demographic for Fortnite so well, again, like, I feel it's like my personal responsibility as like a fan, like to push you. Like you've got to like carry this further. Like it can't just end here. Because again, Fortnite's reaching out, Smo Yoho's reaching out, or Fortnite could reach out. Like, do you think it's because you've already released these tracks? Like you're like Wall Dynamo was 6 months ago, so that may have some like. That may have some like relevance as to how new it is, but do you think it's?
I think Wall Dynamo was like a year ago, wasn't it?
What was it? I think I saw 6 months. I could be wrong. Like even so, that's still a long time away. So do you think the gap of these songs, like they've been released so far apart from now and each other that it's just you don't have like the excitement of this is my creation, this is what I've put out, this is what I want to do with it? Or like what do you think that is? Because
I think I just don't have the inspiration. Because again, the first two, even the first three, I'd say the songs, like the only songs I made were out of inspiration. I'd get inspired, I'd write something, and then I'd put that out. And yeah, the recent one that I was trying to write was also from inspiration, but that was, I think, the first time I really had inspiration to just start writing in like a year. So it's difficult. I've had ideas. I wanted to do a parody of Party in the USA. I still do, because it works so well. It's a song about Miley Cyrus. Like she's going to LA or whatever, turns on the radio, hears her own song, and she's getting famous. And so I'm like, that sounds like me. That sounds like what's going on with me. Because, I open TikTok, I hear myself, like, singing. Like, I'm going up to and the character would be like that, going up to the top, like, yeah, I'm famous, whatever. That's sort of like 8-year-old being enamored by how popular he's getting, and sort of taking it too far and exaggerating things. But I haven't got to the writing part, because you have to have that, like, Party in the USA. What do you change that to? What does that rhyme with? Like, you can't. So that's what I got to figure out. Once I have that, it'll flow out of my brain.
Like, yeah, even Weird Al, like he did Party in the CIA, which I mean, that must have taken like a minute for him to come up with. So what would you like? What would you rhyme Party in the USA with? That is the question.
It just has to end with A, I think. If it ends with A, then you're good.
Yeah, because that's in the USA, and that's like the end point. That's the rhyming point. So yeah, I couldn't imagine, like, because that is an interesting question. What would you rhyme that as? But going back, what was it like? Because like you were talking, like you were on TikTok, you scroll through, and then you hear Chug Jug. Like, what was that like? Like, was a friend like, holy shit, this is your song, dude? You're on TikTok. It's like 1 million views. Did you find it? Was it a friend? What was that like?
I think someone sent it to me. I think that was like the whole thing. Like, my video started getting views, and someone sent it to me. I was like, oh, that's cool. People are using it again. Like, that's interesting. Because it was a video where you'd have some people like walk up to the camera, do something, put their hand up to the camera, go back, and then it would like switch to something else. And that was a trend. There were like 3 videos like that. Okay. And then other people started using it for, you know, nostalgic purposes. Like, oh, song from 3 years ago. Remember this, guys? Like, give me likes. Come on. This is a thing that we listen to. But then people that hadn't heard it before started listening to it. Like a different, not like the Fortnite kid demographic, but like the like young adult, mostly female sort of like audience where it's like, this is a very cute kid singing a very good song. And then that blew that up. And that also brought up like the Fortnite audience. And then eventually everything started going up, which is why I think it's so popular now. Yeah, but like it is sort of dying out. So I should really work on something, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm saying, absolutely. Like I said, you've got like another week with this with the second song. Maybe it's the weekend, so maybe something else comes out. Like people are done working, people are done with school, they get a little bit more free time. They're like, let's try out this idea I have here in my notepads, and then they blow it up through the weekend. So I mean, who knows? It's kind of like the stock market. Like cryptocurrencies go up during the weekend because the stock market itself is closed. So yeah, who knows? But again, and I had all these questions lined up, but just like all this stuff that you're saying, like Shmo Yoho, Epic. I mean, I couldn't even imagine like myself in like 5 years, like having like, let's say I had Joe Rogan or Philip DeFranco or Matt Pat from Game Theory. These guys I've listened to, like, even as a 26-year-old, I couldn't comprehend like I would be running down the street just like woo, just hyped to like no end. What does that feel like for you? Like, is that just something you're just like, what was the reaction when you looked? It's like, is this really Shmo Yoho? Is this just like some scammer dude who's got me?
Yeah, well, he commented on the video first, so I knew it was him. And honestly, it wasn't that crazy. And I don't know why. Because it's, you know, I've been watching him for a while, so it's weird to see him recognize it. And not only that, but say he's actually like a fan of me. But my first reaction was just like, send it to my friend. Look at this. Like, this is crazy, right? And that was really like it. Like, I was excited about it, but I didn't really think about it that much. And I don't know why. Same with the video getting like 5 million views. It just doesn't like process in my mind. Like it's when I first saw it, like it got like 1 million views or whatever. I was like, oh, that's cool. And I didn't think about it. Like, so I don't know why. I couldn't say why, but I don't really get too excited by this kind of stuff for very long.
Yeah. Because I think it is like, because evolutionarily, like humans were only like, because we're only like made to process like 150 people in the tribe. So we're really bad with big numbers, like with the coronavirus. Like when everybody was like 500,000 people have died, it's like we can't even compute 500,000 people. Like I remember when it was like 200,000 and they set out 20,000 chairs. I was like, oh my God, that's 200,000. They're like, no, each chair is 10 people. I'm like, fuck, that's even worse.
Yeah.
So do you think it's a little bit of that? You're not able to really comprehend it. So then you're just like, there it is. That's the number. I can't really comprehend it. So I'm just going to just go on with my day.
That might be it. Yeah. It might just be a number thing. Because it was definitely more exciting to see that Shmo Yoho had emailed me than to see that my video had like X amount of views. Because even on TikTok, you go to like my hashtag and you see tens of millions of views. There's definitely guaranteed like over 100 million views on, you know, stuff like that. And that 100 million, thinking about 100 million people, like you can't. It's impossible.
No,
like
absolutely
the
not.
the human brain can't just like, you can't compute that. It's not like a thing.
No.
And it's hard for me to sort of understand that, like that amount of views, that amount of people. So I think it's just not processing my brain.
Yeah, I mean, especially at 16. I mean, like, or 15. Like, you, like, I mean, all due respect, and I'm saying this to a 15-year-old, mind you. You'd like, to my knowledge, just like, I don't know how school works in Canada. I'm pretty sure it's fairly equivalent to the U.S. Like, you haven't really gotten out in the world either. So, like, your life is like, wake up, go to school, come home, fiddle on YouTube, make a new song, go to sleep, wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how has that affected your school life? That's the question, because like college, that would be one thing. How has that affected your school life? Like in the beginning, like when you first released that, did anything happen? Did it start popping, or anybody recognize you? Were like, hey, you said you had a YouTube channel, right?
Well, I don't remember when I put it out, but I do remember, I think grade 9, I went into school with people knowing already somehow that I made it. Like people were like texting each other, and I had people texting me saying like, hey, you want to meet up at lunch? Like, hey, you know, I know you. I had people like adding me to their phones. I had people coming up to me and singing the song, or like coming up to me asking me to sing the song. And that was kind of weird. But I
I can only imagine.
Think I might have told people when I first went, and I went in my first class. I think I told people because before quarantine, I feel like I was a different person. And it's weird because I feel like, and I hate saying the word fame because I'm not famous, but I feel like in this context, sort of like the fame changed me for the better. Because when it was first happening, I was like, yeah, you know, like nonchalantly, like, yeah, I made the song, yeah. Like, you know, talk about me. Because I would tell people that I wasn't, like, I didn't like it. And I didn't usually, but, like, I think I kind of did enjoy the attention. But I've changed so much over quarantine and over just, like, you know, this song getting popular that I don't know. I feel like I'm a completely different person. Like, I'm afraid to go back to school for a few reasons. One, I've been online. So once I go back physically, people are going to be talking about it 100%, because every single person is going to have heard that song. Every single person in that high school is going to have heard that song. So dude, that's sort of a big thing.
Some of your teachers have probably rocked out to that song.
Guaranteed, yeah.
The principal to your school has probably got it as his ringtone.
Who knows?
Like, forget the students, the adults.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But I'm a little afraid to go back because people are gonna think like, I feel like people are gonna think I'm the same person. But I wasn't like a dick or anything, but I think I was a little like in my head about it when I was first at school.
I mean, that can't be helped. I mean, that in no way, shape, or form can be helped. It's, again, you're a fairly young kid. Like you've been, and not just by like, you're like a child star or anything. Like you yourself worked, put in the work, had a banger video like throughout, and made it yourself. Like this is all you. Like you, in my point of view, you have every right to be just as cocky as you want to be.
Yeah, well, I don't want to come off as cocky to other people. I can be cocky to myself in my head, but I don't want to affect other people with that.
That's all right. Stay humble. Remember your roots.
I'll remember you. I will remember you when I'm famous. I promise.
Please do.
You'll be my Jamie.
I'd love it. So yeah, how was that? Because you do have online school, I would assume, because you are in Canada. So has that been weird? Because you have all these like Zoom, you see all these Zoom classroom kind of shenanigans that goes on where like people like start dipping their heads in like kind of a wave motion. Has that affected your online schooling at all? Has anyone just started like blaring Chug Jug in the back?
No, I had one person like impersonate me on a call, but I don't think that had to do with the song. I think that was just people being weird. Online class, we don't turn cameras on. We don't
okay.
like really talk with mics. I just kind of join the class, let it run all day, and then get off. So I haven't really had many run-ins with people at all. So it hasn't really affected me online. Outside of school, like to do with students and stuff, I'd had people from elementary school texting me that I used to know, going like, "Hey, you know, just randomly out of nowhere, thought about you again. Do you want to be friends?" And I'm like, well, I don't think that's why, but
no, bitch, no.
high
You
school
don't get
as
to do
well,
that.
right? Like I'm just getting people texting me, going like, "Hey, congratulations on the sort of success," and I think that's cool. Like it's people are recognizing it. Yeah, which I don't know. It's cool. I like it. It's interesting.
Oh, absolutely. I'm like, again, like this, and this isn't even like child stars. Like you've always heard this thing with child stars where they get like all blown up and hyped up, and then people are like, "Oh, you're just acting. You're not really like this in person, or you're something else." But like it's got to be weird because you really came out during this time where again you're quarantined, you're in your house. It's not like you can walk up and everybody just walk and be like, "This is my guy. I'm friends with the Chug Jug kid." Like so that has to, in all honesty, in hindsight, it's probably a good thing because that also might be a bit wild. But again, it blows my mind. Like, but for to be so young and to do it, have done something already. Like you see all these like I think there was a College Humor video where they're like, "This is Mozart at 12 years old. He made his first sonata," and then like the kids like one of the characters is like, "This is me at 12 years old. I got a B+ on my spelling test." So do you do too much in music, or is it just or do you just do like the parodies?
I've only done parodies. I haven't done any real music stuff. Yeah, I think the only audio stuff I've done is voice acting. I haven't really like I did like theater for a bit. But there wasn't really too much singing involved, just like in a choir sort of thing. So I didn't get much practice before then. So I'm surprised that people think the singing was good because not only was I trying to make it bad, I don't know how to sing. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I don't. So it's surprising to me.
That's cool. So what really what's it like living in Canada and Ontario? Because I've never really visited there. Is it what's it like over there?
Maple syrup, moose,
Mm-hmm.
meese, as we say,
Nice.
igloos, hockey. If you're thirsty in the morning, or if you're hungry, really, anything, you can just go out to a tree. There's a tap on every tree. And you get some maple syrup. No, it's it's cool.
Really?
No.
You're pulling my leg. Well, I was
am.
like, bullshit. That's some magical fantasy land. I was like, what now?
People are nice
Every
here.
tree.
Most of the people are nice here. It's cool. I mean, I've been to America quite a few times, and I feel like you tend to run into not great people more often than if you're in Canada. So I think the niceness stereotype is definitely true. But I think I'd be a little upset if I didn't have free healthcare as well. So I understand it.
Oh, ow. See, when did I offend you in the last 30 minutes? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. You had to come after me like that in my whole country.
I'm coming after the whole country. Yeah, I'm going to make a diss track on America.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I
We
will.
just got done bombing Syria, so you know.
Tomato
I
Town.
don't know. Yeah, right. Wipe them out. So, but yeah, no. So So where did you visit? Because that is very true. Like the northern states, the colder states, it's like it's a old comedy bit like I heard of, like the Boston areas, New York. Like you'll have these accents so people can like identify each other and like, this is my person, this is my town.
Yeah.
And anyone else, they're like, they don't know what it's like living here, so they can kind of go shove it. But it is like, because I've been to New York a couple of times and Boston, and they're like, no, they're not the nicest people. Like I slowed down for like half a second so my wife could keep up with me. People were like, "Hey, I'm walking here." I'm like, "Oh shit, my bad. Damn."
Exactly. Yeah. I've traveled a few places. Like I've traveled to California and stuff, but mainly I'll go to like New York, Buffalo, Buffalo, New York, and yeah, that's the kind of experience I have. Like I remember I was walking with someone, and there's a car, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but basically, nothing was wrong with what we were doing. We were just crossing the street, and then yeah, there was just this guy. He came out of his car window and went, "Hey, fuck you, asshole!" And it's like for no reason. I was just crossing the street, and he got irrationally pissed at me, and that's when it sort of clicked. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in New York. Like this is New York State." So I'd imagine it's worse in New York City, but I think that stereotype definitely carries through the whole state.
Yeah. Oh no. Like the further south and the more conservative it gets, and the more likely a person is to own a gun, and the more likely they are to conceal carry, it gets a lot nicer, a lot quicker.
You guys gotta have some gun control going on. I'm waiting.
No, we can't. I mean, maybe in the city, I'm not really sure, because like it's weird, because like you've got like Chicago who has guns, like really hard gun control, but then I can just literally go to the next state over, buy a gun, and bring it back. So that's the issue there. But like you have Japan, where it's an island, and they're like, if you're not a cop and you have a gun, you're you're automatically a criminal. There's no mass shootings over there. They're either like stabbings or something.
Yeah. But, well, gun control, it's interesting. I think it's people that don't want gun control, people that want to have guns. Generally, the argument is, well, I know you want to take away my like assault rifle killing machine, but it's fun to have, and that's really fun to have. That's like the argument is, well, it's fun. So
yeah,
I feel like the positives might not outweigh the negatives.
Yeah, it is weird because again, where I live, I'm 30 minutes away from any police station. So if anything was to happen, someone was to break in, even if I can get to my phone. Like, I mean, that would just be a waste of time. Like, I literally need to head straight to my weapon. Like, if I went to my phone and called 911, like, I'd be like, there's someone in my... Done. Lights out. Good night. Have a good day. So, but for that... And also, you've got to understand, America was a country that was founded on rebellion. So, like, they're like, hey, if this needs to happen again, you need to just do the same thing we just did. So, it can be very toxic. Like, I'm very well aware of the toxicity that comes with some gun ownership, because, you know, they'll watch Fox News for like 10 hours out of the day. And it's like the liberals are trying to steal your weapons. It's like, no, there's never been a bill introduced into Congress to completely outright ban guns.
If people want to have like a handgun in their bedroom, I don't care. I'm talking about like assault rifles. There's no reason to have there's no reason for anyone to have like an AR. What is it? You hunting with that? Like, what is it? Well, it's fun.
Helicopter hog hunting in Texas.
I was gonna say, like, if you have like 30 to 40 feral hogs that you need to exterminate, you could probably use an AR. Otherwise, I do not see the purpose. It is a killing machine, and you're not going to kill animals with it. So, like, what is the point in having it?
No, they will. People will kill. They'll do it. Like, and then also, like, again, it is in actuality, like, talking, like, again, besides the it's fun part, I cannot. And I'm not a huge gun nut either. I've got my weapons. I don't like have like this entire room dedicated to my weapons and ammo, which exists. Don't get me wrong. But once you start somewhere, it's easier to stop, or it's easier to carry it on. So their rationality is, okay, so when they get rid of and they're not automatic rifles, they're semi-automatic. Like, you can have a quick trigger squeeze and it'll be a pretty rapid succession, but a fully automatic weapon, that's banned. Bump stocks, Trump banned that. I mean, even the Republicans are like, bump stocks are no good. You can't do that.
So, where were we?
I'm not necessarily sure.
I don't know when we cut off. I think my final stance on the gun thing was, I don't know anything about politics. I don't know anything about guns. Don't kill people, and you're on my good side.
Yeah, because because I saw a TikTok that kind of like I have an opinion. Like the TikTok was, I have an opinion. I think everyone should have free healthcare, but I'm also not going to devote 3 years of my life to studying the concept. So
yeah,
and debating it. Like, and again, I do hate when people are like, debate me. I've got you. I'm like, no, why would I go debate? Join politics if you want to debate somebody.
No, I don't know shit. I can tell you what my thoughts and feelings are. I could not list anything more than that, which is why absolutely. I will always fail any debate.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I've got my stance. It's like, if something was to happen, I need a firearm, but at the same time, that's all I got. Like, I'm like, the whole country can burn down, but as long as you respect that the 30 acres of property I own are mine still, I don't really care. Go for it. Revolution. I don't care. Run it. So what is how is, with the coronavirus, you said that's really kept y'all out of school. What has that been like for Canada? Because again, I'm sure looking over here at the US, y'all are just like, because I've got a mother-in-law in Vietnam that's like calling us. It's like, sweetheart, like calling my wife. It's like, sweetheart, you're like supposed to be in the greatest country in the world. Like we haven't even broken like 100 dead people in Vietnam yet. So what's wrong with y'all? What's happening? So what is Canada's kind of like outlook on America? Like what are they? What's the buzz over there like?
Well, I don't think that anybody's disappointed in Americans, but America as a whole doesn't seem to be doing too well with the COVID stuff. But I don't think Canada is either. Our government sort of only, at least in Ontario, only cares about money. So, like, we went on I think 20-day or something lockdown. No, it was a month. It was a month of stay at home. Like, do not leave your house. Don't even go on a walk. Stay inside your house. And then, like, a week before that even ended, they started sending kids back to school. Still can't go outside. Still can't go on walks. But sending kids back to school. And that's when COVID cases were dying down. So as soon as the cases start going down, because we're on a lockdown and because we can't leave our homes, instead of keeping that on so that like the virus goes away, they just instantly open shit back up again, which is why they start ramping up. So they're not too smart, I don't think. I really don't know what their plan is. It's all about money, really. That's the only reason.
Oh, of course.
So I don't know too much about American politics, but from what I can hear, it's not doing too well down there.
Yeah, you've got the left that want to like listen to science. Science says stay home. We're gonna stay home. The right's like, no, my kid needs to go to school because and they have some arguments. Like I kind of find myself more in the middle. Like I'll go either way depending on the argument. So with the school, like I'm sure even with your Zoom schools, like you notice like a certain decline in quality, like unless they're
the
just
only thing that I've
there.
noticed is not seeing people as much, like physically, which is the only thing that you need to change for school.
That's probably true.
So if the only difference between online school and physical school is seeing people, and seeing people is the one thing you're not supposed to do, then it's a perfect solution. And it's been working fine for me. I feel like I'm doing better in online than I was not. Although it is a little harder to find motivation. Yeah.
Because, like, I remember when we had, like, our first, oh, this classroom right here, this used to be, like, a 6th grade classroom, but now instead of 3 6th grade classes, we have 2. We're going to turn this into a high school computer class, and y'all going to do classes online. Woo. I was like, okay, cool. So you mean I just get to rotate my screen and play RuneScape all day? That's cool. That's great. Fantastic. Love it. I'll pick the easiest class, do my work, and then play RuneScape. No issue.
My classes, I have an add-on, like an extension for Chrome, where I can mute the mate. So I log in for attendance, and then I click mute, and I play Minecraft all day. And that's been my whole thing.
Breaking news, Leviathan is an irresponsible student.
I am. I do not do any of my work at all, and I do all of it on the last day. And I get like a 70, but it works.
Oh.
So.
Hey, C's get degrees. That's that. No, I can't do that. Like I'm supposed to be like inspiring youth. I can't be like, I can't tell you that. That's college.
Tell me
like,
what? Did you say? You said seize those degrees? Okay.
C.
Got it.
Oh,
See,
man.
He's inspiring the youth.
I'm inspiring the youth to damnation. That's what
Seize
I'm doing.
those degrees.
Man. But yeah, no, because definitely like the Zoom classes, like, because I'm sure like the rich people, I'm sure they hire a tutor. Either like you've got either like Ted Cruz going to Cancun for a holiday while Texas is freezing, or Nancy Pelosi going to a hair salon in San Diego, or the mayor of Austin going to Mexico. I think Cancun, again, Cancun's very popular with Texas Republicans and mayors. But yeah, it's like they expect the bottom half, hell, at the bottom 75% to just do what they say, and then they're just like, we're going to Malaves, we're going to Madrid, we're going to Cancun, we're going to chill. Has that happened over in Canada? Has anybody been like caught going to a vacation home when they're not supposed to?
I have no idea. I am not in touch with
Really?
politics. I have no idea. I could not tell you.
That would be interesting.
Maybe me. I might get caught going to a vacation home. Who knows?
I know, because I think we had our, I think the White House, the director of health and wellness, like she got busted taking her entire family over to a vacation home for Thanksgiving in like the mountains. And everybody was like super pissed off about that. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, nothing over here, I don't think. I have no idea.
That's cool. So, besides the party in the USA, besides Shmo Yoho, the possible Epic Gaming, what's next for Leviathan? What do you have anything else in mind? Do you have like tell the people like where are you going from here?
Well, I'd like to stream more. That's sort of one thing that I've been doing lately that I want to do more of is streaming. I don't really know. I've got a few people talking to me about possible sort of paths, like career paths that I can take. In fact, I just remembered I told someone I would call them in 5 minutes, like 4 hours ago, about that.
That's right.
So
Keep them
should
waiting.
probably
Keep
let
them
them know at
guessing.
some point. I've got some paths that I'm thinking about taking. That I'll probably release more info on at some point, but trying to sort of get myself up there, because I feel like I have a somewhat interesting personality, and I feel like I could get somewhere with it, but we'll see.
Absolutely. Do you feel any bit of a responsibility to do something? Like, would you feel? And again, like this, I would feel more comfortable asking like a 25 or 30-year-old this question, but to like kind of put this on a someone younger, I don't really like. Don't take this the wrong way, but do you feel a responsibility towards your fans to do more, or do you feel that it would just be okay if you were just like Leviathan, 3 hit songs, and then that's it? I go out on a win.
I definitely feel like there's pressure to do more, which is very stressful because I don't know what to do. And I've had a lot of people telling me not only to do more, but to capitalize on stuff and sort of turn it into a business.
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, and it's stressful because I don't really want to. Because I made those 3 songs, again, not to be a business, not to get big, but just because I was having fun with it, just because, I thought they were funny, so I made songs. And now I'm here, and it's as interesting as it would be to turn me into like a brand, to turn Leviathan into a brand. I do kind of enjoy just being me and just doing what I want to do. So I sort of have to figure out what I want to do. And if I make money along the way, that's great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd like to just figure myself out, I think, and not sort of turn myself into a brand or a corporation. I'll have to figure it out.
I mean, because you can still be a brand and still be like the same old Leviathan. Like I think I'm probably wrong, but he is an MMA fighter. I think it's Dustin Poirier. I'm not sure. Probably not. And I'm sure someone will correct me. But like he's like this like 39, 49-0, never lost a fight MMA fighter, and he drives a Toyota Tacoma. Like he lives in the same house he did in the beginning. So I mean, just because you can become like a bigger brand, become like get verified, get 100,000 subscribers or whatever, I mean, that doesn't necessarily change. And I can completely understand like let's say right now, let's say for whatever reason this blows up and people are like 20,000 people sub to me. I would have no idea what to do. I would panic. I would, and I'm 26. Like I've gone through enough stressful stuff. I feel like I'm pretty weathered out. But again, I would have no idea what to do in your shoes. I would say to do what you want, have fun with it. Don't let it like be an obligation.
Well, that's the issue. Yeah, because it feels like an obligation.
It does, and I understand that. But at the same time, understand that almost every person in the world would, and again, this doesn't bode well to the obligation part because it kind of doubles down on it.
Yeah.
Almost everyone in the world, myself included, everyone else that I've ever interviewed on this podcast would probably cut off a foot to be halfway the exposure that you've gotten. And again, you've absolutely deserved it. You've done it yourself, but I'm not saying don't let it be wasted, but don't look back 10 years from now and just be like, I could have done more. I wish I could have done more. I would say do something that you want to do to where 10 years from now you'd be like, I felt good where that was left off. And if that's 3 songs and you never do the Party in the USA parody, or you do and you laugh at it and never post it, if that's where you want to be and that's where 10 years is going to look back and be content, do that.
Yeah, I want to. I definitely want to. It's just I don't want to make something because I have to make it. I want to make something because I want to make it. And I don't, right now, I don't want to make anything. So I'm sort of waiting for the right opportunity to come along, and I'll do more. Yeah. But for now, I'm sort of, trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Definitely, if you force it, it's not going to have that same vibe to it. I mean, because you can tell, that's why so many people believe that you're an 8-year-old, because it has that kind of I'm not trying innocence.
Mm-hmm. Well, because I wasn't at the time. I wasn't trying.
Exactly, and that's what contributes to it. Like some singer-songwriters, like it takes years of practice and numerous failures to get that kind of I'm trying, but I'm making it seem as I'm not trying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but like I said, capitalize, grab Schmo Yoho. If Epic comes out, hell, reach out to Epic yourself. I mean,
I don't know how. There's no way to do that, really. I don't have like an agent or anything, so I don't know how to get up there.
Tag them on Twitter, tag them on TikTok. Somebody knows who you are.
Yeah, well, it's difficult. You got to think like how many people they already have tagging them on Twitter. Like it's hard to reach out to a company that's as big as Epic. And I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll see what I can do.
Absolutely, man. Again, but I wish you the best of luck, honestly. Like, again, like I was just glad to be able to talk to you because, I mean, just someone just to do what you've done at such a young age, it's honestly, it's inspiring.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for coming on here, man. Let everybody know where to reach out to you on your Instagram, TikTok, all that. It's just all Leviathan JPTV.
Yeah, if you look up Leviathan JPTV, you'll find me on pretty much everything. If it's not my username now, it was my username before. So if you see Leviathan and it comes up because of that, that's probably me. Click on it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, man, for coming on. Thank you, everybody. Remember, subscribe here, subscribe to Leviathan, and be sure to enjoy. All right. Good night, everybody.